Hi. Hi everybody. I honestly happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Thanksgiving has just passed, y'all. We are now getting ready to go back to work and into our new week. But honestly, I wanted to go live on here and on TikTok, but TikTok is still verifying my age, even though I'm more than old enough. TikTok is still verifying my age, so I'm gonna just go live here on YouTube. I hope I can say um another platform's name. I don't know all the guidelines. Well, we're gonna find out. But I just wanted to get on here and just start going live. I plan on going live more regularly on my page and also on my other platform that I just mentioned a couple months ago. So, but I wanted to talk about prayer and breakthrough. That was something I really wanted to talk about just because I'm about to upload on my YouTube on one of my shorts. I'm going to upload there, but I also upload it to the other platform I just said regarding a family member of mine and a family member of mine who just received their breakthrough, y'all received spiritual breakthrough, which is so amazing to me. Like being able to witness that firsthand was stunning. That was probably the most beautiful thing I've ever got to personally experience, was seeing someone's deliverance and breakthrough right before my eyes, sitting with them, talking to them, watching them receive the epiphanies, watching them understand how God works, his heart, like just all of it all at once, from the perspective of a babe in Christ and me being older in my walk, and seeing that after years and years and years of praying for this person's breakthrough was so amazing. It was so cool. It was so cool. So I just wanted to talk about it for a minute and just express like how much your prayers work. I have been on my journey, I would say consistently since 2020. And so it's been about 4 years for me, going on 5 years, and which is so crazy to say that, but I began to pray for so many of my family members to just get to know God for themselves, because a lot of hurt that we experience from family, a lot of hurt that we experience from friends is simply just due to them not knowing God. Now, I don't want to get into church hurt or anything like that, because those are the people who say that they know God, right? I'm referring to those who truly do not have a plain visible walk with God. Like that is not something that they like ascribe to. They may say that they believe in God, but you don't see them truly practicing their faith. And so I wanted to talk about just seeing someone who have been walking and and finally, hi. Oh, hi Ani. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that. Did you subscribe? Thank you. But I'm just talking. My name is Jada, by the way, with an A. So it's not Jade. A lot of people think that it's Jada. But hi, please tell other people to come, invite other people to come. I'm talking about a family member of mine and their spiritual breakthrough, which was just such a blessing to me. But what I was saying was just seeing like the difference between someone who says that they know God and like, kind of understand, have a little bit of understanding to God, and then someone who's truly like, decided, you know what, let me get to know Jesus for myself. Let me get to know who God is for me so I can start this journey. So I have been praying for this specific family member for so long. And like I said, I started my journey back in like 2020, and so it's been about 4 years, going on 5 years now. And it was just so amazing because it started slow, which with everything, it starts slow, right? It was a very slow build. And it got to a point where over Thanksgiving break, we had a conversation. It was late at night. We were just talking. And they just began to express to me how God had been showing up for them and speaking to them. Mind you, this person hadn't known how to, like, they would ask me, how do I pray? How do I talk to God? What does that mean? What does that look like? Right? And it was so cool to basically see them get to know and learn how to talk to God and how to hear from God for themselves. It's so easy for us to just lean on other people. It's so easy for us to check in and go to other people who do hear from God because they've already built that relationship with him. Because I can speak for myself. I did that. I've done that. I've done that where my best friend essentially was my God, which is so horrible. But I would go to her and be like, hey, like, do you think we can pray together? Do you think we can hear from God? Like, do you think if he tells you anything, he would, like, you would be able to share it with me? We've all been there, right? And so being able to go from that space of, um, sorry, y'all, I got distracted. Being able to go from the space of her leaning on me and then her being able to go to God for herself was such a 180. It was just so cool. It was so cool. And so she just, but what I wanted to say was, because I keep getting like derail. But what I wanted to say was the beginning of that, right? So all those years ago, beginning that prayer journey for them, praying over them, praying that God would find them where they were, and knowing that now today I'm being able to see that truly manifested in the earth was so amazing. And I'm saying this to say your prayers work. James 5:16. James, and I'm abbreviating, but essentially says the prayer of the righteous availeth much. And so we have to believe that our prayers are going to make a difference, that when we are seeking God about this loved one, a husband, wife, friend, family member, whoever it is, and we are seeking God, that they will find God for themselves, that they will find a personal relationship with God for themselves. We have to believe that it's going to happen, even if we don't see it, even if we don't see the fruit right away. I want to clarify, even if we don't see the fruit right away. Mind you, like I said, I've been praying for this family member for years, for years. And so to see to like over the weekend and hang out with this family member and see them experience God for themselves. Now, mind you, I want to say some of the little nuggets of like God showing me that it was working was me and this family member decided to start doing Bible studies regularly. And it went from, okay, we'll do it once a week to I want to do it every single day. And I'm like, every day, like that is so cool. Now, granted, I'm tired, but I'll do it every day. They were like, I want to do these Bible studies every single day. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like that is so amazing. And so I'm like, all right, Lord, like, I see you. I see what you're doing, period. And it went from every day to whenever they were going through something, whenever they were struggling, they would text me and I would tell them, like, have you prayed? Have you gone to God about this? Have you sought God about this? Has he given you revelation about this thing? And that's the only way you'll be able to get past it. And so, at first they would get a little bit frustrated with me and be like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to, like, they wouldn't say that, but they would essentially say, like, I wanted to vent. I didn't want advice. Sorry, y'all, some of mine. I wanted to vent. I didn't, want advice, and also kind of meeting somebody there as well, like knowing when they want advice or knowing when they want to just vent and just have somebody to hold the space for them to hear from them. But me, I ain't gonna lie. Every time, if I hold the space for you to vent, and we still talking about it for a while, I'm gonna be like, did you pray? Like, I'm gonna always want to say that first, regardless. But if we get to a point where now we're repeating ourselves, I'm gonna be like, all right, how can we pray about this? How can we bring this back to God? How can we make sure that we are taking this back to God? Because at the end of the day, I'm not your God. I can't do anything about this. The only thing I can do is hold space and listen to you and allow you to vent and allow you to be able to share with me whatever it is that's on your heart. But in regards to like finding a way to see it through, finding a way to get through it, finding a way to walk through it and not try to go around it, because we've seen that as well, right? With the Israelites, like all these different examples throughout the Bible of people trying to go around their issues. And when the reality of the matter is, God is always going to make you go through it. It's just the truth. He's going to make you go through, not around. So, yeah. So anyway, getting them to realize like, hey, you're gonna have to go through this, and by going through it, you're gonna have to seek God, because he's gonna be the one to give you strategy and wisdom. He's gonna be the one to show you how to get out of this. And so yeah, that is just prayers, y'all. Your prayers work. Please believe that. Like being able to see little nuggets throughout the years. And also just like it's in Peter. I don't know if it's the First Peter or which one, and please excuse my lack of knowledge, but the Bible talks about also, now it's referring to wives, but this can be for anybody. And it's when you live and you walk a certain way, when you are living with a unbelieving spouse, and they will hopefully be turned over by your life. And so I didn't want to ever force anybody to know God for themselves. So what I would do is I would just reflect by how I walk, by how I live, by how I love. That was how I was able to kind of bring people over to get to know God for themselves. They would see my life. They would see the manifestation of God in my life. And because of that, that would allow them to want to get to know him for themselves, because they're like, well, how in the world, like, how do you have this? Or how do you live like this? Or how do you have this kind of joy? And I would have this kind of joy simply because of God. So please know that your prayers work. When you are praying for those family members, your prayers work. Your prayers work. Okay, so that was all I wanted to say on here. I've already been on here for like 10 minutes, and that is long enough for me. So please know that your prayers work. Oh my goodness, breakthrough is possible through the power of prayer. The Bible tells us to pray without ceasing. Pray for that cousin, that family member, that Ray, that whoever it is that you need to pray for, and that you are believing for the deliverance. You're believing for the breakthrough. You're believing that God is going to show up for them. Continue to do that, and do not be discouraged by the lack, and I say that very loosely, the lack of the manifestation in the earth of whatever and whoever you're praying for. Do not allow that to keep you from continuing to pray for them. Don't allow that to keep you stifled in your prayer life, because that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to be like, oh, there's nothing here. God is not moving. The enemy wants you to be like, you know what, this ain't working. I'm gonna stop praying for them. Never stop praying for those you love and care about, because at the end of the day, do you want to see them in heaven? I hope you do, because I know I do. I know I want to see everyone I love, everyone I care about on the other side, child. So continue to pray for those you love and care about, and just that, y'all have no idea. It blessed me so freaking much. Hearing that, hearing their testimony blessed me so much. And I kept saying, I'm like, this is such an honor. This is such an honor to be able to hear and receive someone else's testimony and stand on the other side of this and be able to listen like, wow, like, and I'm not just saying that, oh, it's my prayers. What I'm saying is God was able to meet them where they were because they had somebody standing in the gap for them. Imagine there's no one ever standing in the gap for people that you care about. Like, that is so, I don't know, to me, that's just so detrimental. Like, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. So I could not imagine not standing in the gap for somebody. I could not imagine not praying for those that I love and want so badly for them to experience God's love. And oh, I want to say this. One of the most beautiful things that they said when we were having this conversation, when they were just, they were going through their journey and their breakthrough and their deliverance, was they said that they wanted everybody they know to feel this. It was like, there's no way that this has been accessible all this time. All I had to do was seek God. All I had to do was get to know him for myself. All I had to do was pray, and he met me where I was. And they basically just kept saying, like, I want other people to know this feeling. I want other people to experience this joy that I'm feeling, this overwhelming sensation that I'm feeling about God and love and his presence, and being able to experience him personally, individually, knowing that God will make time for you, knowing that he sees you. That is the difference. That is the difference. So anyway, so just being able to hear them say, like, I want other people to feel this. Oh my gosh, it was so cool, because that is something I've prayed for so long with myself. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I want other people to know this. Like, I want other people to know this kind of love. This love, it surpasses all understanding. It is different. That God's love hit different. It ain't like your mama. It ain't like your daddy. It ain't like your great grandma who tucked you in at night. It ain't like none of that. It's like that times a bajillion. God's love is so specific, and there's nothing that can top it. There's nothing that's better than it. And I hope, and it's so unconditional, like truly unconditional, truly unconditional. So that's all I'm saying. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'm gonna start, like I said, I'm gonna try to start going live more regularly. So yeah, my mom has inspired me. So I need to get on my P's and Q's, and I really just want to share the gospel. I want to share the love of Jesus. I want to share I want to see more testimonies like what I saw over Thanksgiving. That's what I want to see. I need to see that. And so if I can see that by going live on YouTube and seeing y'all in the comments and seeing people say, hey, like, pray for me about this or whatever, and everybody sharing their testimonies about how God met them where they were, if I can just do that, that would bless me beyond my years. I will pray with y'all. I would love on y'all. I would just send out so much of just prayers for y'all, all of that, whatever it is, whatever God is calling me to. And I feel like he's really calling me to just be on YouTube more. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, not just YouTube, but just social media. That has always been a passion of mine. And so I want to do this. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And my mom has inspired me so much. Kay's Journey 1111, that is her channel. She went live with me a couple days ago. Really, it was just her. I was in the house. But she has grown her YouTube channel tremendously, and she's also spreading just so much love. And I just want to spread love through the gospel of Jesus. And that is what I believe that I've been placed here for. I think that's why God has placed such a desire and a excitement for social media in my heart. I've been doing YouTube since 2018, on and off. I had an old previous channel that I did a million different things with. And so now starting this channel, I just wanted to have one direction. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to post vlogs. So please be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be posting vlogs. I am going to continue to post shorts. I'm doing my best to be consistent, y'all. I want to be consistent. Mostly, I'm probably just going to be on live, because when I post actual like shorts, they're like little mini, I don't want to say mini movies, but they're essentially like, I need to have content in order to post them for me. Now, God could be like, no, just get on here. But that was never my thing. My vibe was never just to get on and post a word or whatever. It's more so like, it's a vlog mixed in with some type of word that he's given me. And then the lives, I feel like, is more so me just getting on here and talking and yapping. So those are the separate things between the two, and then also the long form vlogs that I plan on doing soon. So please be on the lookout for that. God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I've been on here for 15 minutes, which is actually pretty cool. Please be on the lookout for more content for myself. I will make sure this live goes up public. Yeah. All right. Bless y'all. Have a great Sunday.